We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 546, I believe. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. Joining us this week, as always, he is the OG Undisputed Scholar and your current Scholars of Wrestling Party Champion. He is Scholar Tarek. Scholar Tarek, how are we feeling tonight, sir?
We are feeling just fantastic. It is the first of two pay-per-view prediction shows this week or this month. We have Dynasty this week. We have Wrestlemania next week. It is going to be quite a couple of episodes of the Scholars of Wrestling of just predictions, predictions, predictions.
Oh, yes. Scholars HQ is in high alert this time around. Speaking of high alert, we also have another undisputed scholar in his own right. Coming from parts unknown, he is Scholar Brian. Scholar Brian, are we ready to do some predicting for AEW Dynasty tonight?
Always ready for AEW predictions because most of the time AEW likes to swerve us. AEW likes to take a little off-road course from our predictions.
Would you
Most,
say AEW likes to swerve when they drive?
of course they do. I don't know if that's going to have anything to do with this show, but
Yeah, probably not.
at this,
Wait.
it is a very exciting time in wrestling because, as Torek has stated, you've got two big pay-per-views in a 2 week basis. And they both on paper, without looking at storylines, look pretty good in the wrestling department. We'll get we'll get to the storyline portion next week. But as of right now, it's WrestleMania season. It's AEW. It's an AEW pay-per-view. It's a good time to be alive. And
And not
predicting,
die nasty.
God
Why
damn it.
die nasty when you can live nasty? So let's live
Die
nasty a little
nasty.
bit. That's just nasty.
That's just nasty.
Uh, dad jokes never stop and they never stop coming and they don't stop coming. Starting to
And they don't
predict some
stop coming, and they
wrestling.
don't stop coming, they don't stop sploosh.
Are we ready to produce? Are we ready to predict some wrestling? Or are we going to act like 12-year-olds?
Why
I don't
Why
not
know.
both?
When's the G1 climax?
now? Seriously,
Oh,
seriously,
oh.
I think the G1 climax starts in like a couple weeks or something.
And the answer to Jeff's question, why not both?
You're right. I forgot where I was. We're we're the Scholars of Wrestling show. We're predicting, we're acting like children, but you know what? That's what we do around here. So why don't we just not waste any more time? Let's dive right into the show. Let's go and predict some AEW Dynasty 2026, starting with our first, and as of right this recording, the only pre-announced pre-show match. We've got Alex Windsor going up against Marina Shafir. Uh, Tarek, it's the top of the hour. Which way you going?
It is very difficult to predict Marina Shafir because the last couple times I have predicted Marina Shafir in matches, she ends up losing. So I'm gonna say hopefully this will actually break that streak, and I'm gonna say Marina Shafir for the win.
And Brian, you're up next. How about you?
I'm gonna be
It's nice to know that we've got differences immediately because, as I know it, I do not believe Marina Shafir has ever won a match that she's featured in. Tag matches, singles matches, and I see no reason why this changes here because it's really a nothing match when you think about it. It's just Alex Windsor standing up for her man against Marina Shafir, and it's like, okay, whatever. The Brawling Brutes actually have something going, possibly going to a tag team women's tag team title match at some point. And once this pay-per-view is over with, so I think you give Alex Windsor the win here.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the same way. Tarek, I'm totally hearing what you're saying. I feel like Marina Shafir, as much as she's improved, in personality and character alone, I feel like she should be much more of a threat here. But for whatever reason with their booking, she just isn't. Or at least she at the very least she's not afraid to lose. And given the kind of role that the Brawling Birds are on right now, I'm gonna be more inclined to also go with Alex Windsor on this one. I feel like she's most likely gonna be taking away the victory here, especially if we're talking about pre-show. But all that being said, that'll go over to our first match on the main card. We've got for the AEW tag team titles, we've got FTR versus Cope and Cage. Brian, it's over to you. Who do you got?
I feel this one's kind of you got to go Cope and Cage here. It's especially with a lot of my predictions on this show are going to be based off of what happened on the last Dynamite. A lot of a lot of go home math was happening on this Dynamite, and FTR stood tall. They broke. They pulmonized Christian Cage's arm. They stole his Rolex, and the worst thing that Christian Cage did to them was bang their mothers and threaten to bang Stokely's mother. So in that particular case, I feel like FTR came off as the victor in the go home math, and you can you can have Cope and Cage win here, and then you can start that little triple threat feud thing that we've been talking about, but I won't say anything about it yet because we haven't gotten to that match yet. But I go Cope and Cage to win the titles here.
I'm going to join you on that one. If for no other reason, then I feel like the AEW tag team title scene has been a little too stagnant for my liking. I feel like Cope and Cage coming back, having a blockbuster match with FTR, taking the tag titles back. I think this is going to be exactly the step in the right direction that the tag title scene needs in AEW right now. That being said, Scholar Tarek, do we have an accord?
We do have an accord. I've been saying this ever since FTR won those tag team titles. They won it just so they could lose it to AC and C. So it's going to happen here. We're going to get Adam Copeland and Christian Cage to win the tag team titles and possibly lead to something big for Wembley.
Super green. I love it.
And let me ask you this, Tarek, because I know that you've been down on Christian Cage for most of his career. This this I hear your father's dead, I'm banging your mother character that he does. Is this the most you've ever you do you like Christian Cage, and is this the most you've ever thought? Is this the best you've ever thought of Christian Cage as a
Honestly,
performer?
as the I am a better dad than your dead dad, but I'm going to bang your mother. You know what? Yeah, I'll say so. It's the most I've been invested because he's not just the angry Marty Jannetty character when him and Copeland broke up in WWE, and that's all Vince McMahon saw him, and that's how I was seeing him because that's how he was booked. But once I didn't watch TNA that much, so I didn't see his main run, his singles run in TNA to make any kind of judgment. But in AEW, yeah, he really actually showed me what he's actually capable of as like the father figure that is better than your dead dad, who is also banging your mom. And if you're just around, hey, your dad's dead. How's your mom doing? I'm like, you know what? This is the most fun I've had with watching Christian Cage. And yeah, he made me a fan. Do I still think he's gonna be in the WWE Hall of Fame as just himself? Hell no. He'll still be just in there for Edge and Christian
Oh yeah.
sakes.
Even so, it still was enough to change your mind on him, and all it took was a little bit of mom banging to do it. So, good to know
Maybe
the
it's
American
just
dream is live and well.
well, it's like I'm not a dead dad, so I'm in the clear. So, haha, I am enjoying this.
Speaking of
I laugh at others' pain.
moving on,
Your dad is dead. And I'm going to go bang your mom. Ha ha ha. I'm a better father than your dead dad. Yeah.
if we have the humor of 12-year-olds, apparently Christian Cage has the humor of 12-year-olds on Xbox Live. But
Hey,
that's neither here nor there.
if you've heard those guys on Call of Duty, they get that's the least of the shit they talk.
I'm a veteran of the old Halo 2 days. I get it, believe me. But be that as it may, elsewhere on the card, we've got Jon Moxley defending the Continental title against Will Ospreay. I gotta admit, this is where the matches in my mind start to take a turn. With the Continental title myself, I have a hard time saying that this is actually going to be transferred over in an actual match. But in this particular instance, it's really hard to go against Will Ospreay at this point. So, yeah, as much as I may not potentially like it, I can't help but go with Will Ospreay to win on this one. Tark, how about you?
Well, it's kind of hard to be happy about winning a title that means jack shit for 90% of the year. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be meaner. 95% of the year. Uh, Again, why is this title worth a damn to go for when it's not the Continental Classic? Uh, I fucking hate this title.
But who do you think is gonna win it?
It doesn't matter because again, it's like, yo, yeah, you're the champion, but it's not like that
Pick
actually
a
means
name.
anything. Ah, fuck, I don't. I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay
Hot diggity
because
damn, eat a lot of spam. I love it. My ego is on the lamb. Brian, make sense of that, would you please?
I'm not even gonna try. But what I am gonna do is because the Continental title is on the line and Will Ospreay does not need that title, I don't think this feud ends here. Will Ospreay will win the feud, but I think he's gonna, based off of what happened on Dynamite, him going for that Tiger Driver at the end of it. I think that they're going to use Will Ospreay's anger against him in this match. He's gonna hit the hidden blade. He's gonna try to. He's gonna not do the pit. He's not gonna try to pin Moxley. He's gonna try to get him up for the Tiger Driver, and we're gonna get a Simon Miller roll up finish. And I think if the title was not on the line, this match is a slam dunk. Will Ospreay pick. But based on what I've got going on this summer for Will Ospreay, he does not need the Continental title. This can continue and he can beat Moxley in the Owen Hart Classic to get his to finish off this feud and move on to All in Wembley. So I've got John Moxley retaining this one because I don't think badly of the title as much as Tarek does, but I also agree that the Continental title is not what should is not something that Will Ospreay should have at this point in time, and that's why I'm having Moxley retain.
All right. No consensus here. I dig it. Next match on the card, we've got for the what apparently is sort of the number one contendership for the AEW title. We've got Andrade El Idolo going up against Darby Allin, and if Darby Allin wins, he gets a title shot some point in the future. Whatever that means. Tarek, what does that mean?
It means Darby Allin is probably going to win. Not particularly thrilled about that since now that's like his mission now to be it's like be AEW champion or die trying. And at the rate he's going, he'll probably die before winning that title with all the crazy shit he puts himself through. Hell, there's that lunge that he got over the wall into the timekeeper's area was actually pretty nasty because that man is he just flew like a piece of trash in the wind because he's just so goddamn light. Um, but I don't see Andrade winning this. Maybe if he was kind of pushing for a title match too, like why does he? It's like why does he only get the title match if he wins? What do I get if I win other than just oh yeah, MJF is paying me off? Well, he has the title I want. I don't care if he's paying me off. I want the title match. So if he was also going for the title, it'd probably be a much more interesting decision for me. But I'm gonna go with Darby for the win.
All right, that's one for Darby. Brian, which way you going?
Yeah, this seems pretty obvious to me. The only one with any stakes in this match is Darby. So it makes sense to me that Darby will win, especially with who I've got winning later on in the night. But yeah, there's no reason to take it any other way, and it feels like Andrade is not going to be long for this Don Callis family.
Yeah, I've got some suspicions about that too, but on the other hand, I think we have a consensus. I think Darby is absolutely going to win this thing. It's going to get a little nutty, but it's going to be good, and I think we're going to be leading up to some very good things in the very near future. But all that aside, next match we've got for the AEW Women's Championship, we've got Tekla defending her title against Jamie Hayter. She don't got to pay none of her bills, but she's got to go after this title. Brian, which way you going?
I love Jamie Hayter, but no shot. Tekla's winning this match. Tekla's retaining.
All right, one for Tekla. Uh, actually, two for Tekla because I'm going to join you on that, and especially because that rhymes and I enjoy that. Tarek, make it official. Do we have an accord?
Three for Tekla.
Ah, ah, ah.
Ah. 'Cause, yeah, maybe I'm uh oh God, what was I gonna say? Shit, I just totally blanked out what I was gonna say. Oh God. It was something about Jamie Hate. Well yeah, I'm for me predicting against Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter. Yeah, I don't that's not a good sign for me. It's like I'm 50-50 in getting that wrong.
Yeah, Tekla's in all fairness to you, Tekla is on a bit of a run now, and she
And
does
this
bring
was
some
supposed to
personality.
and this was supposed to be Tony Storm to begin with. So with whatever's going on with her, I hope everything's well. But but this isn't one of those things where Jamie Hayter's going to take Tony Storm's spot, and all of a sudden it's uh, that Jamie Hayter could win. No, no, this was thrown together. This was not the plan, and so it's a match for Tekla to. I'm not going to say dominate, but it's another match to get Tekla over as champion.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking more at what's going to happen after the match. I'm actually thinking Mercedes Moné is going to reveal herself and try and go for the title and have the her versus Tekla for the women's title at Wembley, and where she finally wins it. Now that I think didn't she lost all of her belts, right?
But
She
but would
did.
she do, but would she start that here or would she start that at Double or Nothing?
Now that is a very good question. And honestly, that same question to me comes up with a lot of the results that we're going to be talking about
Yeah,
tonight. It
because
I'm
I
not
think the consensus is that either way, it's going to be Mercedes Monet versus Tekla. Mercedes Monet is going to be the challenger for whoever the champion is at Wembley. I think we can book that right now, but it's just a question of when that build actually starts.
I actually think because Tony Storm is gone for whoever knows how long, they need a new face to be the face of the women's division, and I think out of everyone, Mercedes Moné can fill that spot pretty damn good. So I
Especially
say
since
just
he's
throw her in
been
the spot as soon as possible.
especially since he's been off of TV for a while, so maybe some of that hatred that was going around is maybe starting to wear off a little bit.
Probably get a bigger pop than Jericho did in his return.
Oh, we'll get to that one. But meanwhile, the next match we've got to predict is going to be a tricky one. It's the Casino Gauntlet match for the TNT Championship, and lucky me, I am the first one. This is the match that Brian and I we were talking before we started recording tonight that we think something a little bit off the beaten path is going to happen with this match. Maybe not so much a swerve like I brought up before, but like you mentioned, that's there's gonna be some surprises here. Not something undeserving, but something surprising all the same. The obvious pick in my mind could possibly be Tommaso Ciampa. Frankly, I think there's going to be it could very well could be him getting the title back again, but I think there's going to be someone else is going to come out of the woodwork to sort of like snatch this up, to snatch up the TNT championship. But who could it be? I'll be honest, I'm completely blanking. I know I had a name in mind right before we started recording. Right now I'm blanking. So you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go against everything I just said and take the safe cowardly route. I'm going to say Tommaso Ciampa wins this. But just don't be surprised if I end up kicking myself via group chat when the match actually happens. Tarek, how about you?
I'm gonna just go completely random and who I think should win this, and I'm gonna go with Brody King.
Uh, you know what? I don't have to wait to kick myself during the match. I'm going to kick myself right now. There, it's off screen, but yeah, I figured it was something. I wish I could go with Brody, but I can't do that now because the passage of time haunts us all. Brian, get me out of this bit.
I am kind of going to go Tarek's route, but I'm not going to go Brody King. I'm going to go with keep it in the family, if you will. Give it to his tag team partner. Give it to Mark Davis.
Ooh.
That way, you can keep going on whatever trajectory that you had with Kyle Fletcher you can throw it into the hands of Mark Davis, and you can still do whatever stories you were planning on doing with Kyle Fletcher because it's a guy in your group that's the guy's tag team partner. So he can take over the reins for whatever stories he was gonna do
That's a fun one.
for the time being. And that way whoever you had picked to win the title off of Kyle Fletcher, you can still go that route. So just keep it in the family. Go with Mark Davis.
Very interesting. Again, if they're gonna keep doing these casino gauntlet matches, at least they're fun and you get some surprises in there.
That's just
But
Sarah.
but speaking honestly, I like Hechicero. So if
If
Hechicero honestly won the TNT title, I would not be mad at it in the slightest. I like
and it goes with
Hechicero.
Brian say, keep it in the family.
I will
It's like,
happily
He's
take
already
that.
got a title for the family. It's a CMLL title,
oh shit, that's right.
but
He does have that title, doesn't he?
yeah, he beat
Yeah,
Claudio. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
I completely forgot about that,
I know
honestly.
the trauma of Claudio losing his title is very traumatic for you. I get it, but it's like, yeah,
No, I actually legit forgot that he lost. I actually thought Claudio was still the champion.
I know. I kid, but I remember actually seeing it when it happened. I'm like, oh, Hechisaro's a champion now.
I'm like,
That's
because
rad.
that was a bad night for the Death Riders because that was also Wheeler Yuta tapping in the six-man title.
So,
Wheeler.
I hope they keep that momentum going just so they can keep that FU Yuta chant going.
Oh yeah,
They'll turn him like the rest of the Death Riders will be a big babyface team. And even Wheeler Yuta is gonna be the big face, and they're still gonna say fuck you, Yuta. There's
it's
Wheeler
gonna
nothing
be
that
like
makes
Yuta,
the it's
he's
gonna
gonna be
be
that
the
forever
new
heel.
it's gonna be the new you suck Kurt Angle chant.
Oh no, he's the new X-Pac.
I was
Oh
gonna
god,
say Wheeler. I thought well, I was just gonna say Wheeler Yuta is the Dominic Mysterio of AEW. Doesn't matter what he does, he's gonna keep being booed. But that's beside the point. Speaking of being booed, we've got a grudge match in the tag team division up next. We've got the Young Bucks going up against two members of the Don Callis family. What are those two members? Well, oh, I don't know. Just some lovely little chimney sweepers named Okada and Takeshita. Tarek, it's your pick up next. Who do you got?
Okada and Takeshita, because all I know is that if they win, they face each other in a singles match for Okada's title, and I will take that, please. If I can
I
finally get
thought
my
that was
singles match between the two.
I thought that was no matter what.
I thought it was if they won.
No, I think it's no matter what. It's booked. It's booked already for Double or Nothing.
I could have sworn that on the show, Don Callis like, "Hey, if you win, you guys get you get the title match."
No, I'm pretty sure that the singles match is booked no matter what. So I
Shit,
mean, either
okay.
way, I'm going with the Young Bucks because those two can't be in this. Those two can't be a tag team. We saw a breakdown in the six man, so I'm going with the Young Bucks to win here.
Yeah, we definitely do not have a consensus here at all. But that being said, I'm gonna go with my gut here. I'm gonna go with my original prediction. I'm gonna go with the Don Callis family here. I feel like I didn't catch that whole stipulation where if they won, they would get their match against the two each other. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah,
I still got you.
yeah, it happens. But you know what else is happening? I'm going to go with the Don Callis family winning this so we can finally get the old big hoss match that we all want to see. But
You're
speaking
getting it
of,
no matter what. So
oh,
I
I
don't know
know I
what you
will. It's
do.
just a matter of time.
No, you're getting it at Double or Nothing. It's booked for it already.
Hey, whatever gets us there, I'll take it. But now, speaking of getting us there, that will bring us to our next match. We've got the penultimate match of the evening, supposedly. We've got Chris Jericho going up against Ricochet one on one. For me, this one is. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I just did the last one. Now is the time in the show where I'm losing track of time and space and all things matter related. So, yeah, I believe the next match goes to Brian, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Yes, it's Brian next.
Good. I'm not totally losing my marbles just yet. Brian, Chris Jericho, or Ricochet?
Jericho. It's his first match back.
Yeah, which, by the way, Scholars Quick Talk, what do we think of Chris Jericho just going by Jericho now?
I don't care. If he wants to be just
It's
Jericho, good for him.
it's Chris. He bought the list back. That's good enough for me. I don't care about anything else. Oh, and Torek, Takeshita got the match because he was willing to team. If it's one of those, if Takeshita actually shows up in teams with Okada, then he gets the match at Double or Nothing. That was the only reason they teamed him up to begin with. So the match is booked because he's gonna team with Okada.
Well,
Okay.
now that we
But
got
yeah,
that
it's Jericho.
confirmed,
It's Jericho.
I am going to second that. Jericho, I feel like this is exactly what Jericho needed. It's nice to see him back, but as the old saying goes, we can't miss you if you never leave. This is just a bit of refreshing that I think Jericho needed. And frankly, I don't know if he's ever faced Ricochet before, so this has the makings of a really fun one. So yeah, I'm going to go with Jericho for the win. Scholar Tarek, do we have an accord, sir?
Yes, I'm going with Jericho for the win. I mean, it's Ricochet. It's not going to affect him if he loses.
And he's kind of in the doghouse right now anyway with the company for that MS tweet. So I expect him to lose for a little while here.
But speaking of the doghouse, now that brings us to our main event of the evening. We've got MJF defending the AEW championship against Kenny Omega. It's my pick up next. So, yeah, I'm just going to be straight up. As much as I would love to see Kenny Omega AEW champion once again, the timing seems off. I'm going to go with MJF just because I feel like what we're going to be seeing, I'm convinced right now, unless we see something crazy happen, I'm convinced the plan is going to be MJF versus Darby Allin at All In.
At all in.
All In. I'm
All
probably
right.
going to be wrong, but it's not going to change this particular pick. You can shout me down from the rooftops at a later date, but Tarek, for now, it's up to you. Which way you going?
I am predicting that Kenny Omega is not winning the AEW championship. I am also going to go with Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Okay.
The devil will rise, as he puts it.
And with that, Brian, it's the final prediction of the evening. Which way you going?
If MJF is not the champion going into Wembley, that is quite possibly the worst move that AEW could make right now, based off of what he's doing, uh, PR wise, how he's how he's working this title run. I love Kenny Omega, but you can't do it here. MJF has to be the champion going into Wembley. And I've got MJF versus Darby Allin at Double or Nothing. not All In because I've got Will Ospreay going in and winning the title in his home country.
I'll tell you
So
what, in my own defense, that was my thought. But given if half of us have or actually, scratch that, most of us have Will Ospreay winning the Continental title.
which is why I refused to let him win the Continental title. We did not think about this.
Yes.
You're talking
You
as if
did
he's
not.
going to hold on to that title for a long time. No.
If Will Ospreay wins that title with those rules and the fact that he can't, that there's no interference, there's no reason why he wouldn't hold the title for a long time. So that's the reason. That's the main reason why I was like, dude can't win the Continental title. He can beat Moxley in the Owen Hart Classic. In the finals of the Owen Hart to go to Wembley. That's the money move for AEW is MJF versus Will Ospreay at All In. I like Darby more than Tarek, but Darby is not the main event choice for All in my opinion. So, but MJF, bottom line, MJF has to retain the title here. He will be the champion no matter what going into All In.
Oh, I'm betting that there's going to be a whole lot of I told you so's going on in the next couple weeks or so.
I don't give
But
two fucks about it. He can brag all he wants. It's just go in one ear, out the other at this point. I don't give two shits about it. Again, it's for a title that I'm just like, you know what? He could have that thing on his shoulder, and it's not gonna mean a fucking thing if he goes with it with in AEW going for the AEW World Title. I just don't care.
hey, if it's anything to go by in the past, no matter what the titles mean, we're still going to get some damn fine matches in the near future. It's all going to start with Dynasty, and with that being said, those are our predictions for Dynasty. But now we want to hear what you think. Who is actually going to walk away with a victory? And more importantly, where is this all going on the road to WrestleMania and All In? No matter what you think, let us know all across the internet. YouTube comments, Facebook posts, wherever we are, you should be too. And if you want to find us personally and find out, hey, how do I join in this conversation? How do I join in trash talk? Where even is Waldo? We have all of these answers and so much more on our link tree in the description box below. Just click that link in the description, or you can just follow us at linktree/scholars of wrestling for all of our relevant social media links and much, much more and other ways to support the show. And with that, I am out of breath. I've got nothing more to predict or say, or else I should probably just shut my mouth before I say something dumb again. But you know I'm going to be doing it again next week, especially leading up to the big one, WrestleMania prediction shows all day long, or at least for a couple hours or so while we're predicting. But even then, they'll probably be long. And I just need to shut up. I never will because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're
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 welcome.
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 I'm out of words.